Oh, get that transition, everyone. Oh! Loving it! Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Stream Tyranny with me, Verax, and the people. Super Ginger, you had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there. I just started recording, and there you are. There you are with your ball gags. And I mean, you know, people could be watching this for the first time on YouTube, and there you are. There you are. Doing that, right? If it wasn't for my awesome transition just then, I'd start again. Alright, so, last time. Hiya, Nathan. Tyranny is the best CRPG ever made. Wow. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't. This is my third session with it. What others have you played then? What are you comparing it to? And why, without sort of going into spoiler territory, do you rate it so highly? Tyranny is a spike and leather and whips kind of RPG. That's fair enough. We're outside the hut of Graven Ash, who is the leader of the... I keep wanting to say Crimson Choir, and it isn't the Crimson Choir, but I keep wanting to say that. Oh, then better than Divinity 2, Baldur's Gate, Eternity, Kingmaker, all of them. Wow, okay, so across all of them, you find this the best. Why? Why? What makes it stand out, do you think? Crimson Chorus. Scarlet Chorus. There's probably a log, like a in-game menu, world map, missives. What if there's like a lore section somewhere, like reputation? Scarlet Chorus, there it is. I'm almost right with it. The Crimson Chorus, which I think honestly sounds better than Scarlet Chorus. But still, I remembered Graven Ash, and I remember what these guys are. And the thing that I like about this game, a whole lot more than Pinky Chest. A lot more than Pillars of Eternity. The Crimson Killers. Super Ginger, I don't know if you watch Legend of Total War, but he had a really interesting video up lately about the Crimson Killers and the Immortals and stuff. The other place game Torment still better than Tyranny, but the comparison should indicate how highly you value this game. Fair enough. Is that, well, in this game, like, things were so easy to remember. You know, the names are easy to remember. The place names, I kind of like get. No, I kind of get what they are and everything. You know, I don't really have to look at it. Like, I know that's the place with the iron. I know it's the enemy. I know what these guys are. You know, so it's really good. It's really good. So it's very easy to come back to after a week, pretty much, which is you know, awesome for like a quite complex RPG. Which pretty much is what Nathan just said there. Lore is deep but not convoluted. The story is straightforward yet interesting. Characters are memorable and relatable. There's tons of endings. Okay. Yeah, superb. So we're on the same kind of wavelength there, at least, Nathan. Watch a bit now and then, but I haven't seen that one. It's an exploit that someone sent into him, and you know, it's pretty funny. It's the 0 HP orcs. Super Ginger, it's quite a recent one. I have Age of Decadence. I own it. That's the one that's set pretty much like even a more Roman time than this, isn't it? Because this is very Roman influenced. Like all this, really heavily Roman influenced, as far as I can tell. And that's one that pretty much you is quite hard on you in terms of, you know, if you get into combat, you got to make sure you can win. Flying Squid, thank you, Ezra, appreciate that. Yeah, it's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. Anyway, yeah, don't watch it now. Bloody hell. You're watching this. It's far more important. Because the magic system is complete. Yeah, that's cool. The world feels all without having to go to all Lord of the Rings with endless tomes for history. Combat is challenging, tactical. The art style is iconic. Good, Nathan. Thank you very much for the well-rounded replies. Bump you guys. Oh, no. Bump you guys. Go on, chat. Behave. Up there. Although I think I have the chat over on this side, don't I, for this game? Computer RPG, pretty much.
Right.
So not a pen and paper one, you know, one that's like that uses a mouse and stuff. All right, let's go and see him. Yesterday, you chided me for wishing to wait. Now you suggest a even longer delay. Perhaps the voices in your skull ought to come to a consensus if you want to be taken seriously. This is the voices of Narat. Good advice is flexible, changing with the moment. Besides, you're now agreeing with yesterday. Hey, can I pause it? Okay, good. Okay. We know you hate going into battle without overwhelming odds on your side. So if you're so terrified of a challenge, why not wait for your reinforcements? Yeah, I don't know if you've played Planescape Torment, Nathan. That's exceptional as well. Yeah, the combat isn't the strong point with that. It's the setting and the characters and the writing and the plot and everything like that. You might practically want to play it as an interactive novel rather than a sort of D&D thing, but it's really, really good. I know, Fire Scout! Don't need your heckling. I need your scouting reports, or better yet, confirmation you quelled the Oathbreakers. Yeah, voices in the right. So here they both are. These two really important characters right here. Confirmation you quelled the Oathbreakers in the Outer Valley. Oh, that. We will solve that in our own time and way. We must make at least a token effort to show them mercy after all. He's not going to agree with that. Mercy? They have already shat upon our mercy once before. These gutter-born South Knobs, I love that, deserve nothing better than death. Don't take personally, death, by the way. Yeah, I love the South Knob's great. All new Planescapes. Oh, you've played the, what is it, Tides of Numenaria as well. I like a relatable story rather than high fantasy. Oh, nonsense. Ooh, hang on there. That's a bit subjective, isn't it? I suppose it's all subjective, but even so. Oh, calm down now. We must leave something to rule, or have you forgotten Kyros's orders? Patience, old chum. Tides of Numenaria. I don't fancy that one. It seems a bit pretentious. Maybe I'm wrong. No, wait. No, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. You're subjective. Pfft. Yeah, no, there is. I was thinking about Disco Elysium, but that's supposed to be very good as well. Under the name of Filthy Southerner. I don't think he'll call himself a South Knob, though. I think I skipped something there, did I? Oops. Have I broken something? Or they're just... Okay, they keep debating as we walk in. Fifth Eye and Iron Marshal Aronis. Cool. Yeah, me too, Stupid Ginger. I was going to start it, and then someone mentioned that. It could have been you, actually. And so I'm like... Alright, we'll leave that. Alright, I'm supposed to talk to you, so I'm just going to barge in. Hi!
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with, his profile is made larger still by his hulking suit of armor that hums with mystic energy.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles. Emerald luminescence seeps from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most noticeable where his neck ought to be. His mask seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally. Second recording, I am good. You hear the voices in your head. Well, hello there, Fate Binder. We'll be with you in just a moment. Cause voices.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
I'm going to barge in. I'm here to proclaim Kyrus's edict. The valley was sealed in preparation for this moment. Okay, yeah, they like me doing that. Governor Valeria, long have we been honoured by your iron, and now we are honoured by your presence. I must apologise for my lord's tempers run high of late. Glare silently. All right, I'm not a diplomat. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I've travelled long to be here.
How wonderful you could join us, Quakebringer, Executioner of Cairn. You grace us with your presence. Here's hoping you have another edict for bringing childish Archons to heel.
Valeria is your partner's name? That's cool. This seems like a really kind of cool name. Valeria is out of Conan the Barbarians, that's why I like it. Yeah, so we, in the Conquest decision... So the Arcane of Stone stopped answering the commands of Graven Ash and openly questioned Kyros's right to rule the Tiers. Kyros decreed the traitor Archon must be put to death, and you were chosen to proclaim the Khan's death sentence, an Edict of Stone. The Khan sensed his doom coming and tried to stop you, but disfavored soldiers were sent to stall Khan, giving you time to proclaim the Edict. The power of the Edict didn't just break Khan, or Cairn, isn't it? Right. Ravaged the whole of Azure, which is the farmland that is now like a quake-ravaged barren wasteland. Again, remember that. Altering the landscape and ushering the most deadly earthquakes. Because there's many of those who witnessed the event now know you as the Quake Bringer, the one who turned Azure into the Stone Sea. That's really cool. Hiya, Hinks. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in.
We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
Alright, Inks. You have a good day. Take care. The Archon of Secrets turns his attention to you. The frozen Richter's fashioned into his bronze mask greets you with a permanent smile. How do you know about Drostus? I only just came from Edgering Ruin, which is true. Come bearing the Edict of Kairos. Are you done bickering? I have an edict to perform. Alright, well these minor things don't concern me too much. That'll only give him a chance to like boast about his, you know, oh, I have eyes and ears everywhere, yada 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 yada, you know. So we're not going to give him that opportunity. Oh, deadbeat. Wow, he didn't get very far then. Because I'm playing it really, really slowly. Not a fan of Tyranny, but enjoy your voice, so I'll lurk and half listen. Yeah, fair enough. I need to fix that. Lurk command. I compare an edict of Kairos. I mean, chicken's not bad for you though, Rube. Like, it's one of the healthier meats, so... Took in.
It seemed only yesterday you were proving your worth in battle. assisting my warriors in the siege of the bastard city.
We did that.
Now Kairos has chosen you for a second time to proclaim an edict. Tell us, good Fatebinder, what sort of punishment does the Overlord have in store for the Oathbreakers?
Bastard City, now the site of Tunon's Court of the Tears, was taken in the first year of the conquest in a concerted effort between the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus, the first and last battle wherein the two enemies acted in relative harmony. When it came time to strike the city, you accompanied the Disfavored into battle. Although the Legion is normally loath to accept guests in its ranks, you distinguished yourself and won the respect of many in the Legion. So this is going back to that point that I had where... you know, we died to like 3 soldiers before in the first stream, and I think it was just bad RNG and we were just kind of like unlucky and stuff, but we're pretty weak right now, and people are saying, well, you know, you can be kind of just issuing orders and stuff, but here it is, you know, accompany the Disfavored into battle and distinguish ourselves. So maybe that was like a long enough ago that we've actually become weaker since then, but this is the issue that sort of games have with you being a person of some renown. And oh, hang on. https clck.ru capital R9GQV. Cool. Thanks. But then, you know, you start at level 1, so you're weak. So it's a bit of a conflict of what's happened and then what is happening. Big Followers. Oh god, bigfollowers.com. All right. So, all right, so back to the question. Sorry. All right. What sort of punishment does the Overlord have in store for the Oathbreakers? The Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all the valley shall perish. All right, so that's pretty much the truth, complete truth. Seems you have need some encouragement to work together. Kairos' edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hill is claimed. In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley. Okay, so they're all saying the same thing. It's just, thank you, Mia. My favorite lurker. I am famous. What are you talking about? Seems you need some encouragement to work together. Gained wrath with the voices of the rat and gained further with graven ash. The earth sways with each word you utter, air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from the long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigor. We've read it.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Matani. We lose everything if we stand still, and we move to backup Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time, so we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
The Arcade of Secrets passes its scepter from one hand to the next. What does it say? It says, Watch him squirm, so many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old icon of war. You'd never see the blood echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. He'd used the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brother's ribcage, because that's how a real man deals with grief. Wow. Oh, I could go this. Of course, this doesn't make it better. It just means that I can actually use it. They call you the Arcade of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful. Just making valuable wisdom. Are you too daft? It's your indecision and bickering that necessitate that. I mean, this is true. Learn to work together are all doomed. Remain silent. Wow. Yeah, stop arguing, guys. No glare option. There's remain silent. We need to... Yeah, I'm probably going to do this one. But, we gotta do a playthrough of this where all your character does is remain silent or just glare at people. That's all they ever do. Whenever it comes up.
Daft? Only fools hate their lives enough to insult our intellect. But, our dear Binder, your invective is not without purpose. Each moment we waste, death by edict draws closer.
Daft.
Graven Ash. We leave you to tackle the river. The chorus will scour the outer valley.
So that is what it takes to get you to agree to a plan of action. The threat of death? You place the Overlord in this position with your incessant arguments, but now we've actually agreed to do something. Kairos be praised.
Alright, so let's work to be done. Our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Go solve this problem you've started. Now, it seems like he's passing it on to them too much. Or we could say, I expect this favour to be on the march at once, or I trust you are done acting the clown and have your horde ready to march with all haste. Let's do that one.
Do not think for a moment that you can give us orders, maggot.
Oof.
Not unless you wish to discover new ways of feeling pain.
My lord, Barak, who is this? Though you know him only by name, Barak is a commander of the Stone Shields and well regarded by his favoured high command. Yeah, I know. And his band will have drilled on the Alcohol assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. And I will ensure that the chorus stands ready to march. If it is favoured, can take the river. The chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamour for battle, and at last we shall have it.
Yeah.
Thus, we command you to continue guarding the Fate Binder. Tunan's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
So he won't like us that much. Favour and Wrath are the same, pretty much. Graven Ash, yeah, really likes us.
I won't let you down, boss. She'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as she doesn't do anything too stupid.
Thanks very much. The icon was set to one last time, then taps the fifth eye on the shoulder, and the two depart. Suit yourself, Fatebinder. The more you ignore us.
Finally.
Hi, Yellow.
The fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end.
How you doing, Yellow? This is pretty much the start of Tyranny. I mean, I'm like 3.5 hours into the game, but well, maybe a bit more. But you could get here easily in 20 minutes if you played it normally. Oh, auto mod. I don't think we've got a mod to sort that out. So let me do that, because I am not offended by the word hope. Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. Yeah, I am? Oh, Omega. I'm sorry. This is not a speedrun. No. Yeah, that's cool, Rube. Have a night off.
Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us.
Yeah, something going on, isn't there? Yeah. I don't know what's happening with Twitch lately with the auto mod and stuff like that.
But at least we have allies in the court. My best soldiers have never wanted for a good blade or suit of armor, and I know I have you to thank for it. I fear we will have to call on you for more than just a few works of iron. Now, if you'll leave me be, I have a battle to plan. I imagine duty requires you speak with the chorus further, but if I can convince you to lend a hand, most of my legion is trapped beyond the mountains, so I'm in need of an added sword or two. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
Shot a few scouts, shot a few soldiers, shot a few everything. I'm sure my brethren will be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. What of the Scarlet Chorus? How will they be helping?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the outer valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained a sizable force outside the Citadel. We need the Chorus's manpower to scour the region. Otherwise, the Oathbreakers will attack at our heels once we cross the Mittani. I'll be honored to help. I can glare silently, of course, but... I will be at the training grounds, readying the soldiers. Find me there when you are ready. I have, like, different, favor and wrath with all the rest. But it's interesting how sometimes it's wrath and sometimes it's fear that's the second one. She pauses, clearing her throat. And though I am loath to mention it, the Chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the Outer Valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp. Dewey, seek him out if you must. Okay, so we've got 2 missions there, along with one to recover some lost iron, I think. Quest completed, woo! Any loot? Alright, let's give it a save, which is F6. And, alright, it's locked. Just something to sell. Don't mind me. Battle report from Echo Call Crossing blames the failure of the assault on the village on the Scarlet Chorus. Apparently their scouts failed to report critical intelligence. Oh, fine.
Can't do that.
About the enemy composition. Because they are going to blame the Scarlet Chorus if they fail, aren't they? Alright, Lyacor. Steady on, yellow. Can we kill something now? No. Let's have a look at the map, okay? The main map. How do I get the main map up? Like the world map. Alright, so... what they're saying then is that there's a bunch of Oathbreakers like in this valley here, the Outer Valley. The Disfavored are gonna move across this bridge, and they need the Scarlet Chorus to pretty much go this way, otherwise, and take out the enemy that's down here. Otherwise, they're gonna come up here and sort of get behind us. That's what they're saying. Not a storm bridge, utter rubbish. Yeah, so... talk to you. Right click to loot, I noticed there. I like how it gives you the option, like straight away, you know, if you're so inclined. You could probably get some really good stuff off these guys, but it wouldn't do you any good if they caught you. Don't just coddly impact, push back with your shield, take the momentum. Iron Marshal Erenois, field commander of disfavored, pounds her fist in the air as she called out to the warriors of the training field. I said, eyes on your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. Disfavored officer turns to you, adjusting her pale golden surcoat as she clears her throat. Judging by uniform, this is the Iron Marshal Arenos. Yeah, the first among the equals of the Iron Guard. Graven Ash's inner circle of trusted followers. Charged with being the duties of leadership, logistics, and training, there is rarely a quiet day for the second in command of the disfavored legion. They need to stay on top of the troops or their skills will rust. It's for their own good, even if they don't believe it. How are your warriors reacting to the edict? Karis' ultimatum has the camp on edge, some with dread, some are rife with anticipation. She points to the men sparring in the field. We have a lot of brothers and sisters to avenge, and the warriors are eager to take out some aggression. I, for one, choose to see the edict as a blessing, for it forces the generals to act, and long overdue. Alright, what's the situation here? You said you need some help? Arrhenius. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I have brigands amassing along the Placid, Equicall, and Little Tooth crossings. The Veldran Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concentrated three-pronged attack. I have no right to give orders, but we all die to Garrus' edict should we fail, and I am not about to let my pride bind me to the value of good help. This is the second major attack on the river. What happened last time? Yeah, we can call her Erin, can't we? That's what we can do. Defeating detail. We carved a bloody path up the river, but at that point, everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no chorus backup. It was just a few disfavored squads. Can't tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost the whole assault team. She shakes her head and sighs. We found bodies washing up in the river for days. It's not often that the Tearsmen put up such a good fight. It certainly made us reevaluate the number we'll need to take this valley. Hi, Verse. Really? Are you sure our scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy and you just chose to disregard our warnings? We can pass out blame after the war. Only the Oathbreakers matter now. Yeah, we can sort of like diffuse that right now. Sounds like your lack of caution is to blame, not the Scarlet Chorus, or I'm sure Disfavored would have heeded any such advice. See, Verse has a fear thing rather than a wrath thing. I'm curious about what the difference is. Well, I know what the difference is, but why it's there. A fear thing could be purely for companions. I don't know. But yeah, let's stop with this stuff that doesn't matter anymore. Quite right, getting our emotions into the mix won't hasten this campaign. So what's the value of taking the crossing? We can't just march from here to the Citadel with the Veldran Guard manning the riverbanks. Fording troops and supplies through even narrowest points of the river makes us vulnerable to attack, especially since our armor wasn't built for swimming. If we can take the river, we have a clear march on the Citadel, and Ascension Hall will be ours in no time. Alright, I'll assist. That's what I'm here for, right? The plan just might work. The Iron Marshal lifts her gauntlet close to her face, shifting her eyes from you to the metal articulations. We're loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values. but we know that Tunon, the adjudicator, selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honor us on the field. And Tino will be leading the charge at Equicol Crossing. Assisting you will be Barrick from the Stone Shield, which I believe is him. She points to a heavily armored soldier standing sentry at the edge of the training field. Before you ask, no, the Forgebound weren't sloshed in Dapple's seed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and the armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise something of a curse. Tapping the helmet twice, Aaron signals the hulking presence. Barrick, come meet the Fatebinder. Barrick. The soldier that steps up to you better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mishmashed pieces of armor fused into a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatment keeps him flexible.
Fatebinder, the Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
So we have fear again. I'll nod silently. Barrick returns your nod silent save for the creaking articulations in his annoyed carapace.
Barrick, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
Do you know each other?
No. Oh, that is to say, yes. I'm already as familiar with this ironclad halfwit as I care to be.
Oof.
We don't have time to trade jabs today, Verse. After the siege, you can throw as many tantrums as you please. I suggest that we remain focused on the mission.
No offense to the mission, but seeing you looking like a garbage heap and reeking of a mass grave is more amusing by far. Did you forget how to don your armor, or did Graven Ash leave you out in the rain?
Oh, she's poking him a little bit. He's not. Look at that face palm. All right. Well, because I've like hung around. I probably know them pretty well. So I've been acquainted with him as well as anyone else.
That can change. When the tiers are fully under our command, I'll take you to whatever passes for a watering hole in this forsaken country. We'll drink the local swill to honor the fallen.
Forget the fallen. I know a great brothel in Lethian's Crossing where we can watch something rise, then fall, then rise again.
Fatebinder will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help, and more importantly, if my worries come true, then the chorus tries to impede the mission, we will have an observer from the court on our side.
Better to work with the Honorable Binder than some chorus children.
Yeah, so he likes us because we've got favor with the Legion. I asked that Barrick accompany you there and arbitrate the cooperation between his company and the Scarlet Chorus. Oh, we unlocked it on the world map. Barrick, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Stalwart. It's time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. She plants her hands on her hips and speaks in a clipped official terms. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebinder's service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean a swiftly approaching end of this war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? I guess so. It's an order, Barrick. She shakes her head and sighs, returning her focus to you. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind the company. Be honored to have a member of the Legion at my side. I do mind, but I'll allow it anyway. If only I can put a large object between myself and the enemy. Well, that is the way we work, because we are more of like a disabler in combat. I'd rather travel on my own. I don't like any of these, you know. But let's make no mistake, that's what he's for. Barak is indeed here for your protection. If you don't find him suitable for duty, you are free to discharge him from your service. Yeah. I wonder how you can find his, or you can lock his, like, profile there. Yeah. So this dude, let's take a look at him. He's leveled up as well. Just had the call. What do you miss? We got a new companion, Barak, who's good at dodging and parrying, and two-handed weapons, one-handed weapons. Yeah, everyone gets +1 resolve because of the edict. Let's see. So he's currently using disfavored iron sword and a shield. Yep. These are all locked, so it looks like can't take this off. So I'm thinking we can probably upgrade these as we move forward. He's also got some berries, some marsh berries. And some healing. We can put that on you as well. Okay. No good berries, I knew that was coming. Give him some cheese as well for finesse. Maybe not. Okay. I'm thinking we might be able to upgrade these, or they upgrade with him and stuff like that. I was waiting for it, yeah. Well, you know, it's berries, right? Oh, we didn't really see much of him. So yeah, so two-handed weapons, one-handed weapons, we can level up something. Probably I'm thinking might. Either might or resolve. Let's go resolve. Let's just see. For his defenses. Let's do that. Although we might have a few of these as well, no? What does that even mean? Okay. Alright, we can level him up as well. Alright, let's see. So thankfully there's only 2. So, strike a single enemy dealing significantly increased damage. The target is engaging. Looks like he's already got that. So this, yeah, Punisher and Sentinel. So this is obviously offensive and defensive. I think this is pretty much taunt, so I'll get that. There's got to be Delashu. Yeah. Hiya, Hermworks. How are you? Attack twice with his normal. Strikes for a short turn. Large boost to movement speed. Oh, okay. Engage an additional enemy. Yeah, this is the same. So this is, again, Pillars of Eternity coming in with the amount of enemies you can engage. So I'll probably get that one next for him. Right, let's do this one first, and we'll go and do that. Yeah, there'll be something like that. And this is the one where the shipment of iron. This is where, though? Echo Call Crossing, which is where we're going now. So that's handy. Hide completed quests. So can I pop you up there? Okay. So we've got, yeah, Ecocol Crossing. Ecocol Crossing is a village situated along the narrow sections of the Mittani River. It is the main route into the heart of the valley and possesses two highly defensible bridges. Many settlers in the area are believed to be directly assisting the rebel effort.
Let's have it then.
Let's go. You guys. So we're supposed to go here as well. It is on the way. Ooh, nice. Combat. I'll be all saved then.
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
Hello, Ebb. The woman's voice booms from atop a nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paint peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is festooned with braids and knots of sailor's line. Blue body pigment, bladed staff, and complex braided attire are the additional trappings of the School of Tides. According to the Fatebinder Rugulus, the majority of the school fled before the coming of Kairos. The remainder were last seen during the first campaign of Eldrin's Well. The School of Tides traditionally studies the magic of water and gravelight, the art of directing the moon's arcane light into a baleful, searing energy. Flanked on either side by warriors of the Veldran Guard regalia, the woman leans on an elaborate bladed staff pulsing with arcane enemy. A swathe of blue fabric rests draped over her arm. The blue flag is a symbol of diplomacy and truce recognized across most of the known world, and is a custom the Tearsmen hold dear. To harm another person under the auspices of the blue flag is a grave offense in both the Tears and Kairos' empire. The customary punishment is death. Right, that's good to know. That's good to know. And we'll respect that. Also, I'm noticing the word fear here as well.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
Received a missive. Missives are short messages carried by birds between the distant parts of Kairos' empire. Click on the missive icon, or press V, good one, to open the missive interface and read your message. For some reason that popped up now, for no reason. Yeah, and I think it's fear as well, you know. I think all the party members so far have had fear, whereas the others have had wrath. The woman bounds deeply, lowering her head in a practiced display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a steady stance, their nerves clearly on edge. Alright, will I abide by this truce?
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos' way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
One of the leaders of the attack on Edrin Ruins, Tarkus Deimos, was subdued during the battle. In accordance with the disfavored, you ordered Deimos executed. Yeah, we did that. I'll tell her that that he's dead.
I see. That is as I feared, but thank you for telling me all the same. I prefer closure to wishful thinking. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
Though you rarely have the luxury of matching names to the countless tribes Tearsmen you've encountered, you are reasonably certain she's asking about the Velverin Guard warrior that took Drasus hostage at Eldrin Ruins. He did not survive the encounter. He's dead. Everyone we've met that you know is dead.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start.
Everyone's dead, Dave.
I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
I have some questions for you.
We shouldn't be socializing with Oathbreakers.
I will entertain them as best I can. After all, understanding is the only hope we have. What is it you wish to know?
Who's in charge of this insurrection?
Listen to you. Thinking just like the Overlord wants you to think. There always has to be a person in charge, or things don't make sense. Well, we don't answer to anyone. We are each of us sons and daughters of the Tears, and take this task upon ourselves freely. But Captain Tarkus Ari, former Falksman of Queen Vendry and Alanta, is the voice we trust when we seek unanimity.
I like that. You know, she's like, what are you? You think we've got a leader? Don't be ridiculous. We don't have a leader. We're a group of individuals. But there's also a kind of like, we got a captain. Yeah, he's kind of in charge. So, okay. Are Tarkus Arari and Tarkus Demos are relations? Yeah.
Yes. Deimos was Ari's brother. We were certain he was dead, but the captain takes family seriously, so I volunteered to find some answers. And now here we are.
How did you and your friends overthrow the garrison?
I would joke that the voices of Narat left the gate unlatched, but dozens of warriors lost their lives taking the citadel. There was no secret to it. We simply attacked with speed and certainty at a time when the Archons were elsewhere in the Tears. The Scarlet Chorus had a rout, and what few disfavored soldiers were present made an impressive showing. But they were surrounded and overwhelmed once the chorus fled.
Interesting. Why'd you resist?
I grew up without my knee bent to Kairos, and if I'm going to bow to someone, let it be another Tearsman. We've ruled ourselves just fine for centuries, so we'll give our lives so that our sons and daughters might rule themselves.
Yeah, so the Younger Realms represent a major political faction in the Tears. For centuries, the Younger Realms have battled amongst themselves for control of the Tears, with every realm having been at war with each other at some point in memorable history. This lack of unified resistance allowed Kairos' armies to swiftly conquer the Tears. I could go with that. Hi, Figgin. How goes? How are you? Good to see you. Hope things are good with you. Kill everyone. Oh, Delashu. I'm gonna go with this one, because in this, only women can own land, can't they? But men can own ships. Let's go with this one. Because it is a point, isn't it, that like there's no war on this world apart from where we are. So why resist that?
You make conflict sound like a bad thing.
Yeah?
Yes, the Younger Realms saw frequent battles, but it was never this wholesale slaughter like we've seen of late. No Tearsman ever cast an edict on the soil, or forced prisoners to kill each other, or butchered beastmen tribes.
Okay, well, we've got more than one choice here, which is nice. So might as well go down the list. So why fight Tyrannus's, Kyrus's equality?
There's freedom, then there's trusting idiots with power. Give a man 1,000,000 marauders, he'll lose sleep worrying over his neighbor's 1,000. I prefer my realms ruled by the braver sex. For centuries we've left the lands to the women, and the seas to the men. And we did plenty fine until Kairos came around.
Our war is good. Yeah, our war is better than your war. Most likely you would not be subject to such superstition and fear under Kyrus's reign.
I doubt life is any better sworn to some mad Archon. I'd rather stand with my fellow Tearsmen. Or, I suppose, stand immediately behind them in the event of an attack.
With that remark, the soldiers flanking her exchange shocked looks. Ebb turns her focus to her compatriots.
Yeah, you heard me. Way things were years back, you'd all be calling me a water witch and conspiring to sell me out to the nearest sage. Just because I'm helping you stop Kairos doesn't mean I've forgotten the hospitality of ages past.
Ooh.
And people wonder why the Tearsmen could never unite in time to fight back. It's refreshing to see that some things never change.
Alright, I'm not going to say that because they don't. Maybe this would give us some insight though, so what makes you think you have a chance against us?
Oh, we don't.
Aye.
Those who believed Kairos could be stopped all died years ago, in the first wave of fighting. It's not about the hope of victory. It's about the hope of inspiring others. It is very likely we will fall here in Vendrian's Well. But perhaps others will arise elsewhere.
Were the prisoner swaps in the past?
That is our way, Binder. Here in the South, only thugs and bandits kill prisoners. The younger realms may be guilty of constant fighting, but we never slay each other when the battle's long over. We're not about to change that now. As a rule, Kairos' forces haven't been keen on swapping prisoners. But I know our disfavored prisoners aren't prisoners anymore. I just assumed they were swapped for some of our own.
That's all.
Fair enough. But now a question for you. The Edict. I can feel its magic coursing through the air. Everyone can. But those of us enlightened to the currents of magic feel it most. The wording of the Edict. What was it?
I'm not going to tell you that. Such details of Icarus' warriors only.
So you will not say. I expected as much. Can it be worse than endless storms or fire pouring from the earth? Not that you'd answer that either.
Been thinking about making cinnamon rolls, but not that good at making bread. Well, try it, right? And if it's not that good, try again.
I've another question for you, if you will entertain it.
Can I join your party? I don't think it'll be that. But, you know, like... Looks like you don't have a mage in your party. I mean, I do, but you know.
Are we really standing here and chatting with Oathbreakers? It's hard to watch. Like cuddling a goat you're going to kill for dinner.
Hiya, Roger. Good evening. Ask your question. Because this is all information that we can use, right?
When I was young, my parents told me the Tears were special, and the Overlord's edicts and armies could never touch us. Seems I've been told a hefty sum of lies. So answer this honestly for me, please. Is it true that Tunon's fate binders can smell truth from falsehood?
We're not a liar, are we? You almost forgot it was Tyranny Day? Well, Inferno. Silly Inferno. That's all I can say. Yeah. I can glare silently. Yeah, we can glare. Oh boy, Inferno. So we could not answer it, but then that would obviously mean it's the answer's no. So we can just say it's not true. Or we can just lie. Don't normally lie, but you know, at this stage I think we might, or at least try to. I don't know. Tricky one. If you say the truth, she might actually think you're lying. All right, so let's work that through. Okay, so is it true that two non-fate binders can smell truth and falsehood? So we say no. She might think, so you can. It's not true.
Thanks for that. I could see why you'd want to foster the mystique all the same. The School of Tides would always tell commoners we didn't know how to summon drinkable water. Once they find out, you can't eat in peace. And Kairos' edicts. I have heard the sages speak at length that some of the edicts elsewhere in the world have been broken. How is this?
Why would we tell her about this? So I could say it varies based on the wording of the proclamation. If Kairos provides a clause allowing the edict to end, the clause could be satisfied. I can say that Kairos only knows, which isn't really true, but she is the enemy, so...
So some edicts are forever. The rest are, as long as Kairos has in mind? Needless to say, Kairos' magic is unlike anything we've seen in any Archon. And one more mildly self-indulgent question that I simply must know. Kairos, male or female?
Question is irrelevant.
Fine, fine. I've heard that answer before. Sorry I asked.
But yeah, she likes us a bit, so she asked that.
You'll forgive, I hope, the questions. The Overlord and his Archons used to be things of legend. Now they're everyday maladies, and I'm eager to separate the truth from the lies I've been told by House and Guild.
I don't think we want a diplomatic resolution, though, Aram. The reason that my character's asking these sort of things primarily is so she can, like, get information. You know, like, so how did you overthrow the thing? And you know, how did you come to take the fort? And all that sort of stuff, you know. So there's a bit of give and take with that. But if she can tell us stuff that speeds things up, then that's sort of what Valeria's sort of like doing here. So she can give a little bit of information that's probably not going to matter, because these guys can't change the edict, you know, so it depends on what Kairos wants, you know. But yeah, we're just trying to get information from them.
In accordance to our most ancient customs, let us depart in honorable accord. May peace find you, Fatebinder.
Interesting. These guys have something to say now, aren't they? No? Alright. A new missive. Valeria. Word has reached this court that you have issued the Overlord's Edict of the Archons of War and Secrets. Know that we understand fully the weight of this burden and appreciate the loyalty you show in his declaration. Provided you survive this span, your service will be duly recognized. As you navigate the idiosyncrasies and mutual antipathy of our Overlord's War Masters, remember that Kairos watches all with interest. Those who distinguish themselves, whether Fatebinder or Archon, have the opportunity to rise in the Overlord's esteem. Even now, the Northern Courts whisper that the more successful of the two Archons will be granted rule over the whole of the peninsula. Similarly, your fortunes rest upon the decisions you make. Choose wisely. That is from Tunon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice. Thank him for the advice. Akin Tunon. Allow me to express my deep appreciation of this opportunity. Few in the Empire have the honor of treating with the Akans, and few still of reading the empowered words of the Overlord. I endeavor always to emulate your exemplary foresight and judgment. I remain in all things your faithful servant. Yeah, we'll do that one. Yeah, this is kind of cool, isn't it? 24-hour response time. Oh, great. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, freaking achievement. Yeah, this is nice because this is the only way you'll talk with Kairos. Sorry, with Tunon here. That's really cool. All right, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Wait.
Negative, Fatebinder.
Negative. Time to get killed by wolves. Right. Ah, what is this game? Maybe Ebb dropped something. There's a sword there as well. What have we got here? Delay unconsciousness for 10 seconds. That'll be good for you. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I think you're pretty much spot on there. Where'd the thing that I just picked up? Where is it? There it is.
Let's be off.
I never use counter that much, but yeah, you're probably right. Not major clutter, but still. Alright, let's compare the Disfavored's camp with this one. Oh, we got something going on here. Maybe. Bit of a conflict. Take another step, I'll pin your foot to the dirt. Quiet Shiv and Shivershank. Nice. Rotten copy bearing scarlet chorus, war paint, skewered on a wooden spike. Nice, nice. Hi, Gillian. I never got along with... I didn't like Hannah that much. I did his quest. I think I did most of the game, really, but... Oh, it's been a long time. How have you been? Where have you been? Proves everything. The warrior slams her fists together in a resounding clap. Like, for instance, whether you're fit to lead that flock of children. Behind her, the members of her gang posture with weapons held at the ready. Quiet Shiv. And again, Wrath. So I think that all of the joinable NPCs have fear there. Do you not hear the news of the edict? It is foolish. A foolish distraction. We ought to be saving our fight for the enemy. The chorus warrior looks at his gang, giving them a quick nod. Yep, the edict will kill us all if Ascension Hill is not taken soon. Well, until Fifth Eye starts the mustering chant, we ain't got nowhere to be. She gestures to the gang across from her. So now's our chance to have it out before things get serious. What is the problem here? No problem here, Madame Binder. She tosses her blade in the air, catching it with a smile on the way down. Captain Fuckwit, he's about to bark from this challenge. Thinks just because he used to run a ship, he's qualified to run a gang. She spits on the ground, looking up with a scowl. So I'm calling him out, because that's the way I see it. His warriors ought to follow me, not this new blood. Captain Fuckwit was my father. Fuckwit will do just fine. The warrior points to the opposing gang. If we have to prove our strength, we'll do it happily, but I'll have your hands and feet removed and the rest of you kept for my own use. Wow. So care to wager on this fight? I could use a few rings. Doesn't sound like us. Just walk away is tempting, but that is pretty brutal, isn't it? It's their way of things, though, isn't it? I'll let you fight this out. So it's what they do. It makes them stronger in the end. Come on. Who of you will first to meet my blade? The gang leader tosses her a knife from one hand to the next. Wow, that was quick. Anyone? No? What are you looking at? Oh, we get loot.
Negative, Fatebinder.
I'm kind of glad that she won. Alright, so we got a bent bronze sword. That's not going to be any good. And Scarlet Chorus leather armor, which again is probably not going to be great. Aha! Merchant boots, light armor. So they're not that good, but we can sell them. Anything else up here? No, maybe. Do we have enough for this?
That wasn't so hard.
Nice. Eight days to carousel words, okay. Yeah, so all this travelling around we're doing actually really matters. Say a business or get lost. Charming! Well, nice to meet you too. The guard places her hands on her belt as you approach, gripping the hilt of the blade. Past this point is Chorus territory, and you don't like someone's conscript. You sure you're in the right place? I'm always in the right place. I'm Valeria, Fatebinder of Tunon. I'm here to help vanquish the Oathbreakers. Yeah, I figured Inferno, yeah. We can glare silently. Good old freaking glaring silently. You know, I think I was told to expect somebody, but you seem too ugly to be her. Her lips crumple into a smirk. Why exactly should I let you in? You dolt! This is the Fatebinder. She's been with us since the Gates of Judgment. Sadly, the names of faces or fine work as someone's moving target. Gates of Judgment is the name given to the mountain pass separating the tiers of the Northern Empire. The treacherous scree, slopes, and deadly rock slides create a nigh-impassable barrier responsible for centuries of peace between the two regions. In 4028, Carus's armies began the conquest of the tiers by smashing through the Gates of Judgment, and as a young Fatebinder tasked with seeing war, you were part of the first glorious assault. During the battle with the Scarlet Chorus, you proved your worth in the eyes of the court and the armies of Kairos by shredding blood with the others in this storied battle. Those who fought with you fondly consider you as one of the Gate Crashers, sort of unofficial veterans club for members of this pivotal battle. There we go. Work in and have two keyboards on your desk. Accidentally typed V and chat into an email and sent it to my boss. Was at the end of an email, so I was sending her. Obviously used the wrong one. Now she's asking me who V is and what chat I'm in. Alright, I'm glad that she, you know, yeah. that there's, yeah. It's not serious. Don't type some, like, secret work stuff into chat, though, yeah, Figgin? The guard shakes her head, brushing with embarrassment. I'm terribly sorry. Now, please come right in. Oh, I was hoping we would show out, like...
Let's have it, then.
Maniacal side, if you like. You went, watched some YouTube, your heart feels full, now you're back. We're in another camp here, Ezra. Death knell. Let's go talk to Death Knell. They seem nice, right? Let's go behind the archers. Filthy mongrels? Yes, indeedy. Arrows are splintered, they're fletching mottled, they are likely pulled from corpses. You, as much as an accusation is a question, the broad-shouldered woman shakes her head with a scowl. So, you're Tunon's fate binder. I was expecting someone more impressive? She bows in spite of her misgivings. Death Knell, Scarlet Fury, my time is yours for as long as it amuses me. Yeah. Let's get one thing clear. Stick to your words and law. Leave the fighting to the grown adults. Your corpse would just be a tripping hazard to those of us having a proper bit of carnage sport. Yeah. We've got enough useless twats dying for our name as it is. All our Horde recruits seem good for of late is piling a shit-reeking mound on the battlefield. Wow. She hums low to herself and flips her sword side to side with several deft flicks of her wrist. Keeps up, and we'll have to toughen our recruitment standards. Again. Now, what do you need? Yeah, we're going to demand respect here. So insult me again and I'll bury that blade in your belly before you can scream. Boom! She feels a surprised but pleased laugh in your throat, your threat. Tapping the flat of your blade against her thigh, she cants her neck until it audibly cracks. Maybe there's something more to you Faintbinders after all. What were you expecting? Let's see, Death Knell counts her fingers, conducting some mental tally. From her deeds during the conquest and how you've helped us since then, I expected a mountain. Alright, so we got some favor from them. A warrior of colossal size who could shout a rampart wall into submission. But I think you'll do just fine. Okay. Good, Figgin. Good, good. So you mentioned something about the Horde thinning. Swelling until it's thundering, then crashing and receding. It's been the way of the chorus for as long as I've been in it. She offers a one-shouldered shrug, ambivalent if anything, but more likely just uncaring. We take our prisoners alive, give them a chance yet to live, to be reborn into something better. Putting any and every able body to the sword like the disfavored do is nothing but a waste. Conquered enemy is but a new ally. Merely requires proper coercion. Of course, we do sometimes have the problem of lingering loyalties. Deserters are rarely successful in their escape, but they do try. The Veldran Guard, strengthened by their numerous blood ties, have been particularly stubborn. So, I've a better plan hatched. Well, what might that be? Thinking we redouble our efforts to recruit settlers, focusing on the unaligned and unsuspecting, instead of flushing ourselves to the gills with oathbreakers claimed from the battlefield. How exactly do you convince these people? Find most prisoners are... Yes, pardon, that's true. It's like that sort of like that riddle, you know, so as A plane takes off from England and lands right on the border between France and Germany. Where do you bury the survivors? You know? I like that one. Surprising how many people it gets who haven't heard it before. And he says, yeah, back in England. Yeah, where do you bury the survivors? And everyone's like, oh, back in England. Yeah, they could get buried in England. Like, yeah, okay. Anyway, so how do you plan to convince these people? A knife point has sufficed well enough in the past, but you inspired me to try a more diplomatic approach this day. What do you say, Builder? You might, Binder, sorry, you might be able to ease them into the idea and save the lives of their friends and neighbors in the process. If it means expediting an end to this meandering conflict, so be it. Angry Beaver, hi, welcome in. Fury howls a satisfied laugh and smacks you dead in the back. My methods are surefire, you'll see. I'll mark a settlement on your map. Can't wait to see the outcome of your efforts. No, it's really not. Did I say land rather than crash? You guys know. I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard most of... Surely you've heard it before. Besides, the answer's still kind of the same, so... So what do you do here? Do you not recognize a Scarlet Fury when you see one? We are the warrior spirits of the chorus, scholars of Lord and Shiv. In peace, we train those tough enough to endure our lessons, but wise enough to learn from the best. In battle, it is our duty to slay our foes and inspire the horde with our skill and bravery. We are a fearless vanguard of this confused but glorious rabble. And tell me of the Scarlet Chorus. We are the voices of Narat's glory made manifest. In the chorus, strength rises and the weak feed the soil. Our ways terrify the cowardly and shock the naive, but our traditions exist to offer promise and prestige to those fit to claim it. We abandon all petty rules for one simple law: the strongest must lead. And how are you doing? Oh, it's a wonder of wonders. I eat what I want, I shit where I want, and I kill who I want. Sometimes I even combine pleasures. My enthusiasm for the work brought me here. Decorated Scarlet Fury veteran, eh? But I'm looking for advancement. If that means killing one of the gang bosses, I'm not above taking a swing at someone bigger than me. They can be bigger than you, just make sure they don't hit harder than you. Wise words, sister. See you. New quest. Way of the Horde. Right, where is that? Western side of the valley. Where's the map? Probably there. Yeah, that's it. May be possible to recruit some of their residents and add to the Scarlet Chorus's ranks. Because it takes 3 hours 15 minutes to get there and back, which is, you know, like... We've only got 8 days, so yes. Cool. Can't talk to these guys.
I'd have it no other way.
These guys are in purple.
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
Oh, what have we seen? See, this is the problem with Pillars of Eternity as well. It's like, oh, we found something. I'm like, well, where? What is it? What? Where? What? What is? I don't know what we've seen. Could be that. Could be that up there. On the map. Fruit and veg. Oh. That's pretty good. Look for purple. Oh, there. Okay. What have we found? Some rot spear. Enraged affliction. Plus 4 might. That's yours. No, actually, that's yours. Pet the dog. There's a dog. Oh, doggy. Let's back. So always check this now. Okay. Hail, Fate Binder of Tunon. The disfavored officer pounds a heavy gauntlet against his chest in a stiff but warm greeting. Were I a betting or a superstitious man, I'd say fortune must favor me today. I am not. But I am pleased to meet you all the same. Now, what brings you to my little slice of personal damnation, otherwise known as this here mud and shit stinking chorus camp? Why are you stationed here? From the way most of my days go, you'd think I was here to row with blood chanters and scarlet furies, but my post is to represent the disfavored's interest before Fifth Eye and the Scarlet Chorus's Iron Marshal, Aaron. Not that I've gotten to do either in so much as the last span. You sound frustrated. I am. You try to have... Alright. Okay. You try having to fistfuck every Fury who wants to talk to you, and that's after I try to talk them down. It's Kairos' damned mess. You act like it's a punishment to be assigned to this detail. Well, yeah. Have anything you'd like to report, soldier? Maybe you've noticed something unusual during your time here. What about the chorus? What about the chorus isn't unusual? The army itself is a strange, malnourished beast. But no, the screamers seem mostly in order, ma'am, and I haven't been spying, if that's what you're implying, ma'am. Still as a post, he studies you sharply, scarcely appearing to breathe. Of course, even if I was, it'd be damn near impossible to learn anything from this shit sty. Fifth Eye and those damn Furies don't even loop me in enough to know for me to do my detail. And it's not for lack of trying on my part. What do you mean? I'm not just here to keep a steady eye on the Oathbreakers, who they are given far much freedom after conscripting. I'm here to be a resource for the benefit of both armies. I can provide insight regarding proper stratagem and request a stock of troops from the Iron Marshal Aaron for reinforcements if needed, but they won't listen to me or confide in me, nor fight beside the brethren I could request. You act like it's a punishment to be here. Isn't it? I know I fucked up to get here. Got 3 days in the hole and a nice little promotion to go with my new post. Well, I won't be making the same mistake twice when it comes to the Iron Marshal. I should be out there fighting for Ash's glory, not standing here ready to run back to report something should ever finally happen. Have they been cooperative? No one tells me anything. They all like honor and discipline. Don't think they would cooperate even if it's what they actually wanted. Guess I shouldn't be surprised considering they serve the Arcane of Secrets. A keen observation. Glad we see eye to eye, ma'am. It's nice speaking with someone who doesn't try to frustrate the piss out of you with every 4 words. It's like they don't care. I'm the closest thing to a friend that is favoured they've got. So our lives are at risk, and even then you kind of get along with the chorus. But he's trying. It's them who are doing it, so I'm not going to say that. Bark. Bark.
No reason to tarry.
No reason to tarry. I can speak to these, can I? Fifth Eye must authorize all prisoner visits. Okay. Getting tired of having to shape paintballs. Should be used to it. Shattered glass vial. You just sell it. Okay. Reg and Baz are over there. Sensitive piss and fecal matter emanate from this tent. One clearly not used for rest. Oh, it's right in the middle, like next to where they eat as well. Wow. Heavy leather gloves. Don't think anyone can use them. Pop it there anyway. Yeah, the areas aren't that big. That's probably where we're heading. Oh yeah, these are just tutorial. That seems fairly obvious. Yeah, but that's what all these are. Hidden objects, store, shearing songs. When combat starts, Sirin will begin singing one of her songs. Will she? Who the hell is Sirin? Each of her songs is a series of stanzas. Oh, so this is exactly the same. So when we get Sirin, that's a bit of a spoiler. But Sirin is a joinable NPC. And that's the same, exactly the same as that Kana guy, who I think is the same voice actor as him. So we'll read that in a little bit, I guess, when that comes. But yeah, they did the same kind of thing, and it's basically just like a way to auto cast spells. It's kind of nice, kind of nice. So I won't read any of my consumables and stuff like that, spell scrolls, etc., etc. Right, I'm gonna. Oh, Q zooms in for some reason. Does E back out again? Yeah, okay. If you didn't want to use the mouse for some reason, I don't know. Right, we'll leave it there because I said I wanted to finish at 9. It's about 9, and for my own well-being, even though I don't want to stop, I will stop now. We didn't do a whole lot in that episode, but we only played for like 90 minutes or so. You're right, God. It should. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Though sadly. Oh, they're playing dice. I wonder what they were doing. Yeah, I gotta go, you know, because of stupid work in the morning and all that kind of thing. So, I will save the game, of course. It's saved like that, but I'll do a proper save after I've. Actually, I'll do it now. Why not? And then call it there. Oh, if you're watching on the V streams, I do thank you very much for watching. Toodaloo.